Good day, Money Masters and Treasure Hunters. Welcome to the August 8th marvelous Monday edition of today's Closing Bell on the Tom O'Brien Show. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom for this evening. Hope everyone out there had a terrific summer day. I know I did. And let's go check out these markets. We had the Dow finished down 46 points, the S&P off 2.5, NASDAQ was up 3, Russell 2000 up 3, King Dollar off about a nickel out there, no big deal. Gold trading down 9.50, silver off 24 cents, light sweet crude off 46. Key, though, is the New York Stock Exchange. New York Stock Exchange only finished down 18 points, but that's not the story. 530 net declining issues out there. That leaves the bears in control of the market. You know what it's like, folks? I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you. Have you ever had that check engine light pop up on your car when you're driving out there, and now you're saying, what does that mean? What's wrong? Well, the check engine light in the markets is on because the bears have control. It's the New York Stock Exchange where you got the wider swath, the wider breadth of the marketplace out there, and the check engine light, I can guarantee you one thing, it is on. Now, for those of you not familiar with me, I'm the morning anchor here at TFNN, kick things off at 9 o'clock for the first 2 hours of the trading day. I use a set of trading tools that include leading indicators such as the lightning bolt pattern, the A to B equals CD, Fibonacci expansion, and retracements. That sets up your Gartley and butterfly buy and sell pattern, swing point analysis, volume analysis, divergence between some other indicators or oscillators in order to call the markets each and every day. I've got a newsletter service called Mastering Probability. It's out each morning by 8 a.m., covers the futures, the Forex, commodities, stock markets, with all the trade setups and a thorough review of each of the chart patterns out there. This show, folks, this show is about you, and I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life, because leading an inspired life, folks, at least that's what I believe. That is what it's all about. So let's go look at one of our tools. This is the tool I call Count Your Blessings, and you will have an attitude of gratitude. You know, acknowledging all of our good creates more good. You've heard it. Like attracts like. You know, when we're grateful for the blessings we already have, our very gratitude attracts even more good to us. Gratitude, folks, it is a powerful magnet that draws to us our friends, our love, peace, health, and how about this? Good trades. Folks that are grateful, they experience the balance of being both givers and receivers. You got to be both. You got to, even if you're a provider, if you are a giver out there, you also need to learn to receive. Many of the world's greatest figures, they've been faced with problems so large that, you know, at first they would have seemed surmountable. However, what would have happened if Beethoven had wallowed in his self-pity because of his deafness? What would have happened if the Wright brothers had given up on their first test flight, you know, after a crash or two? Counting our blessings, that is what transforms us. Create a gratitude list. Put that list on your phone's memo pad. I mean, how many times do you look down at your phone each day? You ought to have a gratitude list. Look at it each day. You will have an attitude of gratitude. Our call-in number, it's 877-927-6648. You can give me a call. We can absolutely take a look at your stock chart. I'll answer any question I possibly can. If I search the markets for any kind of signals with regard to bearish-type signals, the only one really is coming here from the New York Stock Exchange, knowing that the McClellan oscillator is still below zero, the summation index pointing down. That is the real trend out there of the market. You wouldn't know it necessarily, but it truly is. It's why you want to be able to pay attention to that. We had the Dow had a hanging man, for an example. In fact, we'll go take a look at the Dow chart here right now. Dow had a hanging man chart on Friday. Today, a little bear sash candle out there. That's about the most bearish thing that I can find in the market. The problem here is a hanging man candle. Even though it's a bearish candle, there's not a chance that that is a reversal signal out here, because it looks like a hammer, smells like a hammer, but a hammer candle, that can only happen at the bottom of a move. So it is, in essence, it's a hammer candle that's up at the top, but we can't call it a hammer candle. They call it a hanging man. But let me tell you, it means the session has to close at its highs out there. There's no way that you can convince me that that is a bearish reversal signal. Bearish candle? Yeah, okay, I suppose so. Not one that I would trade. Now, today, he had a little bit of a bear sash candle, but if we take a look at the Dow here, it did finish out at 15,612. The Dow wants to move all the way up to 15,779-ish out there. We're not going to give you an exact number. I can't give you the exact number, but for around 15,779 would be a 1.272 butterfly, and folks, I mean only if the bears show up after that pattern completes, would we potentially see a reversal. Then that reversal is going to have to contend with the May 22nd swing point, which was taken out on lighter volume. If, in fact, you get a close back below that May 22nd area, then what you've got is you've got to be concerned because down at June 24th, you've got a high-volume trading session. But you got to take things one day at a time. Right now, no real reverse. You could argue maybe a reversal signal here. And yes, the New York Stock Exchange, the bears have got control. But you know what? This market still wants to chug higher. It still wants to get up to that 15,779 inside the Dow. If we go take a look at the actual diamonds out here, see what that means for you in the diamonds, the DIA, the ETF for the Dow. That finished the day out here at 155.79. The volume on this, 2.9 million shares. Wait a minute. Let me hit my computer and see if that's even feasible. I guess you could say we've got distribution going on here because certainly no conviction behind the move. Even on Friday, at least there was 3.6 million shares. Well, it is summertime out there, so you got a lot of folks that are just simply enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the beach somewhere on the planet here. The 155.14, that's got volume of now 13 million shares. Look, it would be bullish, quite frankly, for the Dow, for the diamonds to come down, test that, reject that area, close back above 155.14. That would set up the move to 157.87 out there. You know, it's the New York Stock Exchange as well. I'm going to switch back to that. We want to make sure that we are paying attention to that. That is trying to take on its May 22nd high. So, of all of the indexes out here, and again, this one's got the one that's flashing that check engine light out there. We'll see just how real it is. That 96.95.46 is your May 22nd high out there. Today, just an inside day, not testing either the low or the high, so providing you with really no information other than the mere fact a very light trading session, which is to be expected. Key is going to be what happens at that 96.95.46 number, if in fact that gets tagged, tested, and whether there's a close above it or below it. And even though the bears have control, they are not doing anything with the ball. That is on kind of the shorter term time frame. Let's go take a look at the S&P 500. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look at a little bit longer term time frame as we take a look at the charts. But let's take a look at the daily chart here on the S&P 500. It too has a 1.272 butterfly expansion as its next move. Why do I say its next move? What basically happens, folks, it's just like when you ride an elevator. Once you get above a floor, in this case here, a floor happened to be the May 22nd high. That was 1687.18. Once we got a close above that level with conviction, and most certainly from a candle standpoint, we had that conviction coming in last Thursday on August the 1st out there when we had a close up at 1707.85. A little bit further, a higher high, a light volume trading session on Friday. Today, really just an inside day, not providing you with any information. That means 1720-ish is the target, is the next target here for the S&P 500. Let's go check out the other indexes as well, as long as we're in this tab here on my system. Let's take a look here at the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 not wanting. The Russell 2000 has got a number of bearish reversal patterns on the weekly chart, and this is going to be key to be watching because if price continues to move higher and takes out those very bearish patterns, that's actually pretty bullish. That's the cool thing about understanding the different patterns that are out here, the reversal signals, is because when they fail, it means you've got some strong momentum. Look, QE to infinity, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Yes, we've got a market with lots of liquidity in it. That's really what the VIX index is telling you. So when the VIX index is trading low like it is, it's nothing to me. It's nothing more than a liquidity gauge out there. And if we take a look at the Russell 2000, it's up over its most recent highs from the past couple of days. It kind of struggled here, but now it seems to be moving higher. If I put up the actual futures contract here, which I'll do, you'll see those three patterns out here. Give me a moment. And this is the weekly chart that we're looking at, which makes it even more important because, you take out reversal patterns on a weekly chart. It says it wants to move higher. Those weekly patterns are your 1.618. Butterfly sell pattern. That completed 2 weeks ago. It has a 3 drive to a top pattern. That completed last week as well as the week before. Now, only traded out at 1060. The actual pattern completion on this was up at 1057. So it's not exactly as if these patterns have been taken out with conviction. However, you start to get a close on the futures contract. Well, you get a close at 1070, and guess what, folks? That would be some conviction behind the move that these patterns here are going to fail. And the Russell 2000, maybe that'll go ahead and buoy up the New York Stock Exchange. But right now, that check engine light, it's on and it's flashing. The question is somebody going to pull over and go over to the mechanic before some real damage is done? 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.